Welcome to the Wilshire Gun Podcast.
What's going on, guys? Here we are again. May already. Man, already. Kids are getting out of school. Graduation's happening. But we got a lot of good stuff coming in May that we're pretty excited about. Biggest one being Sig Days. Coming on the 13th, which is Saturday. So Tanner will be here. We're going to be doing all that good stuff. We got sales going Tuesday through Sunday?
Yep.
Tuesday through Sunday. So if you're looking at picking up Sig stuff, that's the week to do it. Pretty excited about that, which we'll circle back on Sig Day giveaway that's going to always accompany. I mean, what would Sig Days be without a giveaway, right?
For sure.
We'll circle back and talk about that. But Sig Days, those guys that came to the Shadow stuff last month, very much appreciate you showing up. Thank you to the Shadow guys for coming. We like doing that kind of stuff. So
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Admin stuff, training, it's up. It's already up. It's been up. So sign up for May stuff. My night vision guys, we are going to split May and June because of graduations and everything, that happens in May. We're going to run night vision first week of June. So I'm going to have to split those 2 months together just because of scheduling and other stuff like that. There will be one. It'll be early in June instead of late in May. So look forward to that. Look forward to seeing everybody back who comes. Obviously, we appreciate you guys a bunch too. All the training, like I said, all the normal training stuff's up. So get signed up for that. Other fun stuff around the store, anything you can think of?
We got some new products in.
Yeah.
Up by the front, some little impulse buys. We got a lot of Rite in the Rain up there now.
Yeah,
so.
You've been carrying one around.
Yeah, it's under a bunch of stuff over here, but I'll get to that later. But yeah, new products. I know a lot of the military folks like them.
Yep.
Cops, firemen. They're waterproof writing utensils and books. But I can talk about that at the end.
Right. Yeah, we can.
Covered with guns right now. So.
Yeah, we'll pull those back out. Okay. Well, let's get into the giveaway stuff. I guess let's just do it now. Sig Days. What would Sig Days be without a giveaway?
We have it.
And this giveaway is pretty spicy. This is the AXG Pro. So it's a 320 with the AXG grip. It's got the Pro slide. It's already cut, independent iron sights. I mean, this thing's a banger. It shoots really well. I've shot one of these before, and they do shoot very pleasantly. So this is gonna go home with somebody. Probably this specific one. I think this is our only one, but it is going home with somebody. And the only thing you got to do to get entered is show up. You come to Sig Days, you get an entry. Now, you say, well, I do want to win it. How do I make my chances better? Every $100 you spend on Sig stuff gets you 3 more entries. Mm-hmm. So, you come in here, you get 1. You spend $1,000, you get another, 30 entries. Mm-hmm. So that's 31 entries on it. So somebody's leaving with it. So there it is. AXG Pro needs a new home. We're excited to give it to somebody. So, Sig Days on the 13th, not the 12th. Okay. Well, let's move into our fun segment. Last month we did it. We did it on rifles.
Yeah, we did rifle builds, duty builds.
Yeah. So we did basically budgets. This month we have switched. Mm-hmm. So Gavin's got the big money and I got a little bit of money. This month we are doing EDC, setups.
Just a regular EDC.
Right.
So everything you need to get from buying the gun to carrying it on your body and everything that goes with it.
Yep.
So, except for ammo, but that's kind of understood.
It's like tax.
Yeah, whatever.
Nobody cares about that.
You want to go first?
I went first. Yeah, I'll go first. So my budget was $1,500. And so what did I get for $1,500? Well, the platform I started with, which you guys watching on video can see, you're like, oh, it's a Glock 17. Wrong. It is a Glock 47. This was a gun that was contracted for, who was it, Border Patrol?
Border Patrol.
And got released to the civilian market. Now, essentially, it is a 17. Only it has a full-length dust cover instead. But this one is MOS ready. because guns without dots are dumb. So I went for the MOS version. Glock 47, 9mm, pretty standard deal. For now, obviously, I'm going to carry a gun. I need additional magazines. So I picked up 2 extra mags. Give me a total of 3. That's enough to train with. It's enough to carry. Obviously, budget unrestricting, I would pile on magazines.
For sure.
You know, I'd prefer to have a dozen magazines in whatever gun.
You could have got the Glock mags for training too. Those are, you know, what are they, $15, $16?
Yeah,
So
they have
you could have doubled your magazines if you wanted to.
The cheaper mags. Light, I needed a light because I'm a stark believer. Most times you have to use your gun in a defensive situation. It's in the dark.
Man, half of all time is night.
That's right. 50% of all time is nighttime. So I did a TLR1. It is one of the cheaper light models, but that does not mean it is one of the worst light models. This is probably it's probably fallen a little bit. It used to be number 2 in popularity, I would say. Now it's probably 3, minus a different Streamlight model. But the TLR1, we still see a bunch of these. Good 1,000 lumen light.
Yeah, and all the holster manufacturers make a holster and any gun that goes on top of one. So
yeah, and
you
so
get good aftermarket support with it.
Streamlight, solid brand. It's not a Amazon special. Don't buy Amazon special stuff like lights, lasers. Don't buy that. Buy quality. Streamlight is quality. It's a bright light. I actually have one of these on one of my guns at home for real. Works fine. Works fine. Dot on top because, like I said, guns without dots are dumb. That's a 407. Just a basic 407. Couple $100 gets me into a quality dot. Got solar assist. Runs, I don't know, like 1 million hours. I think it's 50,000 or 100,000 hours.
Yeah.
So you can get them with the dual reticles. I don't necessarily care for the dual reticle.
So those are like an extra, $80 or something like
yeah,
that.
but that
most people just turn it off anyway.
For me, dot's good enough on pistols. So I went with the cheaper 407 instead of the 507. Saved me a little money, but I get a dot, I get a light, I got magazines. Now, stuff to, now I got all my stuff, like my gun and everything, I got to be able to get it on my body. So starting with a good foundation.
Shameless plug.
EDC belt from EDC Co. EDC Belt Co. But this is their foundation. We've been carrying these for several years. These are local Oklahoma City guys that make these. I actually have one of these on right now, for real. What's special about these is they are rigid where they need to be, and they are not where they don't. So some of those rigid belts will come through, and they'll hit you on the sciatic nerve, and they are kind of exhausting to wear. But this one, very comfy, not real spendy, so good quality belt. And like I said, I wear one every day, actually for real. That's why I picked it. I got to get the gun on my body. So I went with the Filster floodlight, especially if I'm doing, one of my first guns. And who knows, maybe I go home with this Glock and I absolutely hate it. And I say I want a Sig or I want something else different. This holster is a catch-all. It works off the light, not off the gun. Meaning, as long as I put this TLR1 on whatever gun I get, I can put it in this holster. So this is a real universal. Slick. Yeah, it's a real slick deal. The one I actually grabbed is for an X300, but they make them for TLR1s and everything else. So, floodlight holster, and then just a basic dual mag carrier. I went with the dual because, like I said, I have 3 mags. I would probably also pick up, now that I'm sitting here thinking about that, I would probably also pick up a single just for ease of use. But the duals and this holster will get 3 mags on my body. which is more than enough
Yeah.
for
That's
a
plenty.
for civilian. Usually, I'm more of an advocate of 1-in-1 sidecar holster, either or. But mag carrier, and that is kind of my gun setup there. So Glock, light, optic, belt, mags, mag carrier, holster, all of this under budget, under $1,500. I did it this time. Actually, I came in what,
$1,370 or something like that?
13, almost just under $1,400. So I actually got $100 to save, which means I could run down there and buy me some HSTs and a box of training bullets, or I could sign up
class.
for intermediate pistol.
You probably
or an
already have
advanced
ammo
pistol.
at home.
And there you go. If I don't have ammo, get a box of ammo and an intro class, or sign up for a training, get some ammo, do some practicing. But that's a pretty good haul for $1,500, and I would not be disappointed if somebody handed me all this and said that's yours.
Yeah, looking at all the stuff on the table, I've seen regular dudes carrying this exact gun setup. Cops carry it.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's honestly a reason everybody carries Glocks around. They're solid. Like, they are no frills, no thrills, but they work and they're fine. So that's me. Under
turn?
budget. Yep, Gavin's turn.
All right, go ahead and leave the holster and mag carriers. I went ahead and chose some of the same products because honestly they're pretty good and they'll serve my purpose just as good as they would yours. Here's your holster. Move that out of the way. So since I got the big boy budget this time, I went ahead and I chose more of a racy style gun, but it's not out of the realm of concealed carry. This is the FN 509 LS Edge. This is probably the industry's best optic mounting system. You can put anything up there. It doesn't get too tall, too crazy. It comes with some awesome iron sights. I'm the biggest fan of fiber fronts, blacked out rears, and that's exactly what I got here with a super tiny front blade, little bitty fiber. So it's just a gorgeous sight picture. If you shot the older gen 509s, you notice the trigger is absolute dog shit. This one's awesome. Nice flat trigger. It feels more like an agency aftermarket trigger. So good improvement there. You get a mag well, extended magazine, the weighted base plates. So I think this comes with 2 for sure, possibly 3. Just in case, I'm going to go ahead and get an extra because I know it comes with some. So I'll put the extra in the mag carrier. As far as optics go, I'm going to go with the Steiner MPS. So the future of optics is going to be enclosed emitters. They're safe from the elements, safe from your belly button lit because I carry appendix and it's gross. So that's my optic there. Plus it's super low. I can use a standard height sights, although that does come with tall ones, so that'll work out well. It's going to ride on top of the X300 turbo. Lights are like cars. Everything's better with a fucking turbo. So you get a little bit more candela out of this one over the regular X300, and then it's going to ride on top of a next belt. So it's a little bit dressier than the EDC belt coat. It's got more of a pretty buckle on it, I guess. And there's a little mechanism in there where you can adjust it throughout the day, or if you took your gun off and you need to tighten your belt up, it'll just cinch down on there. So a little bit more formal looking than in the EDC belt go, but still a really good option. And of course, it's going to go on top of the Filster floodlight for the X300. So it's going to just make a nice pair. Plus this one's green. It'll match the belt. Green's badass. I also came in under budget at $1,425. So I have just enough money to buy 1 magazine full of.
There you go.
That's all I need. I got the most cool points too, by the way. You're carrying a Glock, dude.
You're carrying a fancy Batwing FN, yeah. No, I mean, so there you go. We both under budget. Looking over your stuff. This one, I think we just got these. These are sleepers, right? So everybody and their dog is looking for Acros. I just talked to Aimpoint. I've had Acros on order since June of last year, and they're projecting 3 more months before I see them.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Acro anyways, just because of how they deal with their customers. This is an awful close second, Even these are hard to get a hold of.
These are hard to get a hold of, but they are here. So they also, if I'm correct, they mount on an acro.
They do. They mount on the acro footprint. They're just a little bit shorter, so you'll have a gap. So if you're okay with that, it's going to work out great.
Definitely a good replacement or substitute. Steiner's been, Steiner makes good stuff. I mean, in their lasers and other stuff. It's a quality optic, and it will run. So that's my MVP of yours is the Steiner. I'm like you said, the enclosed is what's up. So, all right. Well, that is our builds. Both of us, I guess it's a draw this month because we both came in under budget. You guys will have to elect what you care for more. But like I said like last month, all of this stuff is in store. None of this has to be ordered. None of this is personal. This is all stuff we plucked right off the shelf.
Yep.
So anything you see up here, you could go home with today, or when you're seeing this. So come by, check them out. These are two different takes on basically the same thing. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat, and here's two. So
last thing before we sign off, Rite in the Rain.
Oh yeah.
It's hanging up by the front. There's tons of little goodies up there. So if you're interested in riding in the rain,
these are awesome, guys. All you military law enforcement guys probably already know what these are. You guys that don't, it is a special coated paper that essentially makes it waterproof. You can write on it like in a downpour. It'll write like normal paper. They are weatherproof. They are element proof. So guys doing outdoor work,
contracting
outside, anybody that's sweating all over them. If you need a way to take notes, this is definitely. And they're like, I don't know, they're like $10 for like the little ones.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
And easy spend. Come buy one, toss it in your truck, do whatever, because it's always important to be able to write stuff down, and being able to write stuff anywhere makes it a lot more important. Anyway, so that little Rite in the Rain plug there at the end. Okay, well, let's get into somebody's pants, and that somebody is. We got Paul. All right. So Paul's one of our RSOs. He's been down there a year?
Just over a year.
Just over a year. So I'm going to ask Paul. Paul, what's in your pants?
I got a lot of things in my pants. So first things first, I've got my wallet. That's always a must-have.
Pretty standard. Yeah.
Pretty standard wallet. I've had it for about 6 weeks now. And I hope to have it for many more years, but it's a pretty basic wallet, 2-folder.
Like it?
All right, and then I also have another thing that's important is my keys. The keys are important because it's got my car and house keys, of course, but the little knickknacks are what you're probably interested in. I carry a little HoloSun adjustment tool. It's got a more wider end, and it's got a very smaller end for like your red dot pistol, red dots. The bigger end is for bigger scopes, but it works for a lot. The other things I have, some of you are familiar with Cabela's branded products, and their firearms come with a little trigger lock. So I have one of their little keys that they will provide to you, and then I have a little key that kind of goes to most trigger lock keys or barrel locks to when you get a new firearm. I also have this little guy. This goes to like the black trigger locks, the little plastic ones. But this thing is by far the most useful. It can do all your adjustments pretty easily. And then I've got it all on a D-ring carabiner. It's got a little bottle opener. That's also very, very important.
Right, yeah.
So those are my keys. And then now I normally carry a Streamlight wedge, the tan one. It's got 2 settings. It's a little lever on the side, off, on, and then extra bright. And it uses, I think a C.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, one of those to charge it. Right now it's on the charger because I got to check everyone's ammo when they get here, and I got to look down magazines, so I use that constantly. Then what I do carry on my person, this is probably the most important that I have, is an STI staccato seat.
Old school.
Old school stuff, hammer fired. Basically, it's a 2011, so it's the newer variant of the 1911s. It has the palm swell grip and then the thumb safety. Very accurate. I think that this thing shoots better than I do. So this particular one is not made anymore. You can still get C variants, but they're going to be made by Staccato, not STI. They changed their name. And they're going to be in the CS and the C2 variants, which I believe we do sell.
Because this one's a single stack.
This is a single stack, yes. So it'll only fit 8 rounds in the magazine, plus 1 in the chamber. And this one does not have an optics cut. I don't think you can, but I'm sure if you do some more research, I think somebody can do that. But the CS and the C2s are optics ready.
Yeah.
But it does have the fiber optic front sight and the blacked out rear sights. I find it very, very easy to shoot.
Yep.
Fits my hands pretty well. But that's what I carry, and I kind of semi-open carry it. When I have a tucked-in shirt, it's kind of out, but underneath my jacket, it's concealed very easily. So
yeah, but this guy.
So this guy is the holster that came with the Staccato C. It came in the package with it. So this is actually an STI Staccato holster for the C variant. It does not have very much about it, just a Kydex holster with some points right here to kind of help with comfort. Just a single clip on the outside. It's non-adjustable for height really, except for maybe a little bit higher, but really not much. This is to go against your body, so that way it's not chafing on you very much.
Yep.
But very good holster, very little wear on the Staccato, and it serves pretty well on the range. So
yep.
That's what I have in my pockets.
Any other knife or anything?
I do actually, yeah. I carry just a little Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops Tanto style blade. It's got the seatbelt cutter and the window breaker on there. It's half serrated and then half flat. And it's got the sheath lock on the inside. Yep. So pretty easy. I've had this thing for years. And when I don't carry this, I usually have my little Spyderco.
Yeah,
that's my first knife. I don't really bring that thing here.
Yeah.
But it serves really well. And I use it to open up boxes.
So pretty standard, pretty stuff that matters. So, well, thank you for showing us what's in your pants.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, here we are, into May already. Man, it doesn't seem like I've already shot 5 of these this year, but it's blowing by. Thank you guys for everybody who watched or listened. We really appreciate it. We hope you guys come in, train, shoot, have a good time, come laugh with us. Like I said, we can't wait to see you, and thank you for stopping by. Till next month.